Hello everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars and welcome to another of my classic film reviews. And today's classic film review is a film I've just recently picked up on Blu-ray. One of my favourite comedies, and certainly one of my favourite Robin Williams comedies, and you will have noticed that if you watched my recent top 10 favourite Robin Williams films. And it is of course the 1996 comedy The Birdcage, a film that is directed by Mike Nichols and is based on the famous French farce, the stage play, I guess. Now, this film stars Robin Williams, Nathan Lane, Gene Hackman, Diane Wiest, Dan Futterman, Calista Flockhart and Hank Azaria. Brilliant cast, and tells the story of Robin Williams' character, Armand Goldman, runs a nightclub down in South Beach in Florida, and it's a gay nightclub. His partner, played by Nathan Lane, Albert, is the star of this stage show in this nightclub, Starina, this drag act that everybody comes to see, and they've been together for some years. However, Robin Williams, who has a son from many years ago after a one-night stand, his son comes to visit and drops the bombshell that he wants to get married. Initially, Robin Williams is dead against this because he thinks he's too young. Eventually agrees. However, the problem here is that the girl he wants to marry, her parents, or her father, is played by Gene Hackman, and he is Senator Keeley, a very straight-laced conservative senator in the US, and his wife Diane Wiest, and he's embroiled in some scandal, so they decide to drive down to meet the potential in-laws, have a meal with them, and potentially plan a wedding that may well heal some of the controversy surrounding this Senator Keeley. However, he has no idea what he's driving into, as utter chaos ensues. Right, so now this film, I'll go on record, I've not seen like the French version of this. I've only seen this version. I just think it's a magnificent film. This, it is brilliant. It is hilariously funny. I mean, literally hurt your sides hilariously funny. But it's got a real heart at the centre of it, and with some really fantastic performances. Now, it's not often Robin Williams is upstaged, and that might be stretching it a bit to say he's upstaged in this film, because he's not, because he's playing the role he's meant to play. But Nathan Lane as Albert in this film is just incredible. His performance is incredible. It's an absolutely film-stealing performance, as this screeching over the top character Albert, but you really believe these relationship dynamics between him and Robin Williams, and the fact that they are together. They've got these problems, day-to-day problems, and you actually really buy them as a couple, and it's remarkable. Two really fantastic performances. And apparently Robin Williams was initially cast as Albert, but my understanding is the initial casting for this film was Steve Martin as the Armand Goldman character, the character that Robin Williams ended up playing, and Robin Williams was going to be Albert, but due to scheduling conflicts, I believe, or my understanding is, that Steve Martin couldn't, and Robin Williams asked to be recast as Armand, because he was a little bit fed up of doing over-the-top characters. He wanted to do something a little bit more reserved, so the director agreed, and then they cast Nathan Lane as Albert, and the rest is history. It's such a fantastic film. I mean, it is one of those films that you watch it and you can completely understand why it would work on stage. It just great. It's a great farce. It's like watching an episode of Fawlty Towers or something. Everything that can go wrong does go wrong. Really fantastically funny. Hank Azaria as Agador Spartacus, who plays the butler in the film, who can't walk with shoes on. It's another genius character. All these characters that are written for this film fit it perfectly. Gene Hackman, who plays Senator Keeley, plays this character with a real subtlety, with a layer of comedy running through it that's almost accidental comedy, and it highlights what a fantastic actor he is. Again, very much the same with Diane Wiest. Them two, the chemistry is brilliant. They bounce off each other really, really well. And when you get them all in the same room, Gene Hackman, Diane Wiest, Robin Williams, Nathan Lane, and then you add in Dan Futterman, the son, and Calista Flockhart, the sparks fly. It's one of those films, and I think for me the highlight of this film is when Robin Williams, who obviously is playing the gay man in this film, is trying to teach Nathan Lane to be more of a man, to be more manly, and the scene where he's teaching him to smear mustard on the toast I think is one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen in any film, any time. It's just incredible. So from my perspective, I think this is a stone cold classic. If you haven't seen this because you think it's going to disrespect like the original, you must check this film out. It's just wonderful, brilliantly made. It was a smash hit really at the time as well, almost faultless. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. I just think it's a wonderful, wonderful film. Watched it again last night to prepare for this review. Me and my wife, who had never seen it, we laughed all the way through. Wonderfully funny, and at times as well it touches on really sensitive issues. When his son's asking his father to do these difficult things and pretend to be something he's not, feels really wrong, but they address it beautifully and they pitch it just right, and the way it all ends up in the end, it's just brilliant film. I can't recommend it enough. It's a wonderful film, one of my favourite comedies, and definitely one that you should watch if you have never seen it. So that is my classic film review for The Birdcage. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you back for more reviews very, very soon.